All right, let's dive into one of Sherlock Holmes's most legendary cases, and maybe his most terrifying. This is an adventure where pure cold logic goes head-to-head with a seriously creepy superstition on a desolate, fog-covered moor. We're talking about a family curse, a mysterious death, and a monstrous creature that supposedly stalks the night.
You see, this story is so much more than just a whodunit. It's a masterclass in Gothic suspense. It's a tale that really pushes even the great Sherlock Holmes to the edge, into a world where, as Dr. Watson himself put it, reason itself seemed to walk very close to fear.
So how does this whole terrifying adventure kick off? Well, not with a bang, but with a walking stick. Yep, a simple, everyday walking stick left behind in the familiar comfort of 221B Baker Street. But of course, in the hands of Sherlock Holmes, even the most mundane object can be a key. And this one is about to unlock an absolute nightmare.
And this is just classic Holmes, isn't it? Before he's even met the guy, he's got him figured out. He looks at the wear on the stick and goes, a country doctor who does his rounds on foot. He sees the quality and says, he was ambitious once, but now he's settled. And get this, from a few bite marks, he knows the man owns a dog and can even tell you its approximate size. It's just an incredible peek into how his mind works. So, right on cue, the stick's owner returns, a Dr. James Mortimer. And sure enough, Holmes was right about everything. But here's the twist. Dr. Mortimer couldn't care less about his walking stick. He's there for something much, much heavier. He's brought a story with him, an ancient family legend that seems to have started killing people again. So Dr. Mortimer pulls out this old, yellowed manuscript and starts to read. And just like that, the rational, logical world of Baker Street just fades away. And the dark, ancient folklore of the moor takes over. You know, every good curse needs a villain to kick it off. Well, meet Hugo Baskerville. This guy was apparently just the worst. A cruel, wicked man who became obsessed with a local girl, so he did what any villain would do. He kidnapped her and locked her up in his mansion, Baskerville Hall. But she manages to escape, fleeing out into the vast, dangerous wilderness of the moor. Hugo, in a drunken rage, completely loses it. He makes this terrible vow, literally swearing he'd give his soul to the devil if he could just get his hands on her. Then he unleashes his hunting hounds and gives chase into the darkness. What his friends find later is pure horror. The young woman is dead, having died from fear and exhaustion. But over Hugo's body, there stands this monstrous creature, a giant, hellish hound, with burning eyes and bloody jaws, in the middle of tearing his throat out. And the legend says, from that day on, that hound has haunted the Baskerville family. Now, you can just imagine what Holmes is thinking. Fascinating story, but it's just a story. He's a man of facts after all. But that's when Dr. Mortimer connects this ancient legend to a very recent and very real tragedy. And this is where the real mystery begins. See, the official story is that the latest Baskerville, Sir Charles, died of a heart attack. Simple enough, the man had a known heart condition. But Dr. Mortimer, who was the first person to find the body, saw something that wasn't in any official report. The fresh footprints of a gigantic hound, right there in the ground beside him. So what is going on here? That's the big question. Is this supernatural curse actually real? Has some demonic beast come back to claim another victim? Or, and this is what Holmes is thinking, is a very clever and very human killer using this terrifying old legend as the perfect cover for a murder? And this whole thing just became incredibly urgent, because there's a new Baskerville on the scene. Sir Henry, the last of the family line, has just arrived from Canada to claim his inheritance, and he has no idea he might be walking right into a deadly trap. And the threat immediately becomes real. Sir Henry gets this anonymous note delivered to his hotel in London, all crudely pasted together with words cut from a newspaper. All of a sudden, this isn't some old ghost story anymore. Someone, right now, in the present day, is trying to scare him off. But where most people would just see a threat, Holmes, of course, sees clues. He examines the paper, the glue, the words, and instantly starts to build a profile. He figures it was made by an educated person trying to look uneducated, probably slapped together in a hurry in a hotel room. The legend is starting to have a very human shadow. And the weirdness just keeps piling up. One of Sir Henry's brand new boots goes missing from his hotel room. Then an old one vanishes too. It seems almost absurd, but Holmes knows that no detail is too small. Then they realize Sir Henry is being followed by a mysterious bearded man in a cab who manages to give them the slip. Someone is definitely watching them.
Holmes is tied up on another case in London, so he makes a critical decision. He's sending Dr. Watson to Baskerville Hall with Sir Henry. Watson is going to act as his eyes and ears to protect the young heir as he steps into his cursed inheritance. As they travel to Devonshire, the entire landscape starts to change. It becomes wilder, emptier, and honestly, a lot more menacing. This is the moor. You have to picture a vast, ancient place, full of strange stone ruins and treacherous bogs. It feels like a place where a demonic hound could be very, very real. And as if a potential family curse wasn't enough to deal with, they learn that a violent convict, a notorious murderer, has just escaped from the nearby prison. And where is he hiding? You guessed it, somewhere out on the moor. So now they have a potential supernatural threat and a definite human one lurking in the fog. Arriving at Baskerville Hall doesn't offer any comfort. The house is just grim and imposing, soaked in this feeling of gloom. The servants are quiet and secretive. And on that very first night, Watson is woken up by an unsettling sound echoing through the halls, the sound of a woman weeping in the darkness. So, the whole puzzle is laid out. You've got a supernatural legend, a direct human warning, a dangerous fugitive on the loose, and secrets hidden inside the walls of the hall itself. Watson is right in the middle of it all. And the big question is, which of these threats is going to strike first? But here is the final, thrilling thought we're left with. While we see Watson facing all this danger head-on, we learn that the master detective himself is not idle back in London. No. He's already out there, a ghost in the fog, moving silently and logically toward the heart of this mystery. The game is afoot.